Yesterday you had the announcement, but here you go, first game of the new era. How's it feel to have a late game?
Oh well, it's great to win that game, and you know that was a bizarre game. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, it was a great win for our kids. There were some great individual performances. Brady Basso was fabulous out of the bullpen. Jake came through clutch. John Littell had just super at bats all over the place. But it was just such a late start, and the game had a snail's pace to it. And you know, TCU's a good team. You saw some really outstanding pitchers trot to the mound for them. They were tough to score on. Our kids battled awfully hard and found a way to win a very important ball game. So I think the thing you take from it most is baseball can throw some different looks at you. And today's game was a unique look, and most Friday night games are usually pretty crisp and aggressive. And you know, tonight's game was almost as if we were trying to see who could hang in there the longest. And our kids found a way at the end to have enough mental resolve to stay with it. And Johnny's clutch base hit to right center field, stretching it to a triple, proved to be the difference as he scored on a ball that found a nice gap in the middle of the field. And that's huge. One base, one play, one bounce was the difference in that key game right there. So I'm really proud of our kids. That was a character-building win for us, a confidence booster, all rolled together.
For Jake Taylor to catch 11 slow innings and go out and deliver like that as a freshman, just what does it say about the kid?
Well, Jake is mature, and you know, he's gotten better as we've gone, you know, each and every day. And that was we like where he's at. We like how he's progressing, and he showed some poise right there. You know, just stuck with his game, and it's a real compliment to him. You know, to slow the game down and keep your heartbeat under control. And you want to win the game, but you can't think about doing that, or you'll get outside yourself. So. Good for him, man. And usually when the catcher comes through to end a long game like that, it's because he's tired and wants to go home. So he'll sleep well tonight.
You mentioned it was a unique, kind of unorthodox game.
Yeah.
How much confidence do you think this kind of gives your guys, you know, coming through and winning an extra innings game like this? It lasted as long as it did.
Well, a lot, but just unorthodox, and it just had that, you know, very slow kind of. It was just one of those tough games to get a good flow, and you know, we had some chances and made some mistakes and overcame some mistakes, and all that's character building stuff to look back on and say, gosh, that wasn't perfect, but we found a way around it. You know what I mean? And so that's how you build a belief in your kids that you're never out of it, and that you've got to stay with it to the very end. And you know, take that with you into tomorrow, which will be another great challenge for us, and off you go.
A lot of fans, came here about 5 or so for the tailgate. You had so many stay, you know, through midnight. What does that mean to you to have the support?
It means a lot. The folks that were still here at the end of that game, that's very special. To be, you know, that committed to the team and want to see these kids see that through. We played a game like this about 4 or 5 years ago against University of Texas. I think it lasted 19 or 20 innings. You might have covered 18 innings, and Corey Hassel hit one in the net. And, I remember telling everybody at that game, if you stay to the very end, I'll buy you pizza. And anyone that watched that thing start to finish, come to Fuzzy's next week, I'll buy you dinner. I mean, it's that kind of feeling of loyalty that really makes you feel cared for. And when your fans feel that way, you can't help but want to deliver for them. You know, so we appreciate that a great deal.
Coach, how important was Brady's pitching performance, not only for the win tonight, but also for the rest of the series, the way your staff looks the rest of the way?
Very important, just how you outlined it too. Not only for tonight, but it gives us a chance tomorrow to have some fresh arms and what's going to be a long day of baseball. And Brady's been on the verge many times this year. He's had some excellent outings, and that was just a really courageous performance by him. Really reached down into his gut and made pitches. And really proud of him. He should feel great about himself right now.
To get Andrew back, have a few innings on defense too. Just how big is that?
He was playing just so good before he got hurt. I mean, he had captured his very best. You know, we were seeing him play at his peak, and when you get hurt and miss time, you got to bang the rust off a little bit, which he's doing that, and he's not 100% yet, but he's enough. There's enough in there right now for him to contribute. And Andrew's a gutty kid, man. He's a fifth-year senior. This means a lot to him, and he wants to do his part to help us win. And just got to get him back in the rhythm of playing again, and he'll be right there for us.
Having gutty plays from Andrew and a senior like John as well, do you think that was inspirational for those younger guys to see them keep fighting through these other games?
Yeah, it has to happen because sometimes younger players aren't sure what to do until someone shows them the way. And those guys are showing them the way, and that's what good veteran players do. They shoulder the responsibility to lead the team and perform until others catch on, and then they jump right on in there and follow through as well. So, I'm really proud of those kids. Like I said, John will tell right now, best I've ever seen.
Which it's one thing to have another game after a night like this, but you guys have a doubleheader. How do you kind of handle fatigue in the lineup moving in the car?
We'll sleep in a little bit, come straight to the park, have a bagel, loosen up in the cage. Same elements for them, same elements for us. We've just got to be tough enough to handle it. And then every guy in our uniform tomorrow better be ready to contribute. And we'll put fresh bodies in there as much as we can, and believe in every kid on our roster will have an opportunity to help us win that game. And that's really all you can do, you know. Fatigue is real, but your body can do a lot more than you think it can. So as long as you're mentally sharp, your body will respond. And that's tough because sometimes you're more mentally fatigued than anything. So getting yourself mentally rebuilt in a short amount of time to come back tomorrow and play meaningful baseball. Life lesson. It's what being a student athlete in college teaches you. No different than when you're an adult someday and you got a long, tough day or a long, tough job and you got to wake up and do it all over again. These guys are learning some really important life skills, and that's what college athletics is awesome.
Thanks, Josh.
Okay.
Thank
all
you.
right.